Hey guys, welcome back to Click Academics. In today's video, I'm going to be teaching you guys how to solve this problem. So we have x times the square root of x plus 1 is equal to 0. Now what I'm first going to do is I'm going to subtract 1 on both sides to move this 1 to the right hand side. So now we get x times the square root of x is equal to -1. Now I'm going to go ahead and square both sides. Now, x times the square root of x squared, well, x squared is simply just x squared. So we have x squared times the square root of x squared is simply just x. This is equal to -1 squared is 1. Now, x squared times x is x to the power of 3. And now I'm going to go ahead and move this 1 back. So now we have x to the power of 3 minus 1 is equal to 0. And I moved that 1 just so it could be more simple to square both sides. So now, if we have something in the form a to the power of 3 minus b to the power of 3, this is actually equal to a minus b times a squared plus ab plus b squared. So 1 is the same thing as 1 to the power of 3. So if we plug in our values here, we get x minus 1 times x squared plus x times 1 is simply just x plus 1 squared, which is simply 1. And now this is still equal to 0. Now this gives us two equations. We have x minus 1 is equal to 0 and x squared plus x plus 1 is equal to 0. For x minus 1 equals 0, this means that x is equal to 1. However, if we plug in x, for 1, we get 1 times the square root of 1, which is simply 1, plus 1 is equal to 0. Well, 1 plus 1 is 2, so 2 is not equal to 0. So this is actually rejected. This does not work. So now let's go ahead and try our second equation. Well, to solve this, we actually need to go ahead and plug this into the quadratic formula. So by doing that, we get, I'm not going to waste your time by plugging it in all, we simply get -1 plus or minus the square root of -3 over 2. Well, the square root of -3, this can be written as, I'm going to write it up here, the square root of -3 is equal to I times the square root of 3. Because I is the square root of -1. So now this would give us two equations. We get x is equal to -1 plus I to the power, I times the square root of 3 over 2. And we also get x is equal to -1 minus I times the square root of 3 over 2. However, if you do end up plugging these into this equation, it actually is again rejected. Both of these are rejected as well. And this equation actually has no solution. So no solution is our answer. Welcome back to Click Academics. In today's video, I'm going to be teaching you guys how to solve this exponential equation. So we have 2 to the power of x plus 2 to the power of x plus 2 to the power of x equals 24. Now what I'm first going to do is from the left-hand side, because we have 3 terms that are the same, I'm actually going to factor out 2 to the power of x from this. So now we have 2 to the power of x times 2 to the power of x divided by 2 to the power of x is 1, plus, same thing, 1, and plus, same thing once again, 1. And this equals 24. So now we have 2 to the power of x times 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 is equal to 24. Now, if we add what's in the parentheses, so 1 plus 1 plus 1, we get 3. So we get 2 to the power of x times 3 is equal to 24. Now I actually want to isolate this here, 2 to the power of x. So to do that, I'm going to divide by 3 on both sides to cancel out this 3. So if I divide by 3 on both sides, these two cancel out, and I'm left with 2 to the power of x on the left-hand side is equal to 24 divided by 3 is 8. So 8, we could actually write 8 as 2 to the power of 3. So I'm going to rewrite 8 as 2 to the power of 3. So now we have 2 to the power of x is equal to 2 to the power of 3. And because these two bases here are the same, this also means that the exponents are the same as well, meaning that this is equal to this. So x is equal to 3. So this is our answer. Now, if I plug this in to our equation here, we have 2 to the power of 3 plus 2 to the power of 3 plus 2 to the power of 3 is equal to 24. Now 2 to the power of 3 is 8. So now we have 8 plus 8 plus 8 is equal to 24. Now 8 plus 8 is 16, and 16 plus 8 is 24, so we are left with 24 is equal to 24. And this is right, so we know our solution is right.